Welcome back to Operation Pixel. You're still battling around this temple place?
Yeah, doing something.
We looked up Hindu gods between episodes. And I think the reason why I thought it was Kali Ma is because the god is called Kali. And I forget where I knew that from.
I think they did it in a Family Guy joke, which was spoofing off Indiana Jones.
Could be.
So I think it's from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, well, that's where Kali Ma is.
Which was a terrible movie that I watched a half of it. I'm like, nope. Clap my hands and turn the dude.
But I feel like, jeez, man.
I was trying to make it through the window.
Yeah. No, I feel like Kali Ma is referenced enough that that's pretty common knowledge. Even if I didn't know where it was from, but I mean Kali, because I mean I couldn't remember the exact name. But I was pretty close. Hold on, I think you just found a hole in the map.
I did.
Oh, and you are almost dead.
Yeah, I saw that. I took the blow up.
That is rockets. And they told you to blow up the airship.
Now I'm not going fast.
Maybe it's because your health is so low. Can you press A to do a Zelda thing and be like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's health.
Health, get it. Oh, to make another pass. Oh wait, maybe?
That's health.
Yeah. You missed it too.
I missed it.
Alright, time to make a U-turn.
Oh, there's more health.
Okay, I was about to say, you can't miss.
Long way.
You're not going to miss 3 for 3, are you? That would be pretty unfortunate.
I can dive and go faster. Whee! Look at his tail. Look at his little legs wiggly.
Yeah, now you've gained some speed. I think that's the key, right? It's kind of like...
Oh, that's overdrive, not health.
Oh. It's like Mario, right? Isn't this how it was in Mario 64?
No.
Is you, drop down to gain speed and then kind of leveled out? I feel like that was in some Mario game or another when you were flying.
Might have been in Star Fox.
Maybe. Don't forget about your rockets.
I know, I'm just waiting for him to line up so I can lock
There's
on.
a good thing there on the engines there for the big guy.
I think I've got him. He's on fire. Wiggle legs! Look at the little wiggle legs! Wiggle, 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 wiggle!
But yeah, going back to Kali, because we got a little bit distracted by your fancy flying.
My wiggle leg.
And your wiggle legs.
I like the wiggle leg.
I think most likely, I think it might have come up in Mighty Max.
I never watched Mighty Max. All I knew is that you had little, Lego creatures.
Yeah, no, that was one of my Saturday morning cartoons. I think every kid has their own collection of Friday or Saturday morning cartoons that they watched.
Yeah, mine was Big Guy and Rusty.
You also did a lot of Tailspin and stuff like that.
Tailspin! A lot of the Disney cartoons.
Yeah, you did a lot of stuff on Disney Channel. I did not ever go to the Disney Channel, so that's one reason why you and I don't have a lot of childhood cartoons in common. But
did you watch Fox Kids?
Yeah, Fox Kids and WB Kids. Whee! They both had morning stuff. I did check Disney once in a while when nothing good was on, but I never really liked most of the shows that I saw on Disney.
Even Tailspin?
I probably didn't see that much of it, but no, it didn't really appeal to me all that much, so I just didn't really care. But
even now?
I haven't seen most of it now. You showed me one episode with Nazis.
No, it was
Soviet
Russians.
Soviet Russia, yeah. But I really haven't seen most of it.
No.
Is there still any health left? Maybe it's respawned? Health would be good. Oh, I think it's the overdrive, though.
Yep, it is.
And overdrive is great, but you need
But
health.
there's health right here.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, Mighty Max, in hindsight, I'm pretty sure it's probably a mostly awful show. I think that goes for most childhood shows, though. It's what was it, the other one we watched recently? We didn't watch it, but we saw the opening credits or something, the opening theme song for the Sonic one, Sonic Underground.
Oh god. I never watched Underground, but that was terrible.
And I feel like you could have enjoyed it when you were a kid because it was these 3 edgy teen hedgehogs with rock and roll.
No.
But now that we look at it, no, I'm just saying when you were a kid, your standards might have been low enough to think that was cool and not realize how badly written it was.
No.
And then you just watch the opening, and you're like,
oh, we got CGI cutscenes.
This is the worst. Let's see what's going on here.
Let's see her bubble butt in a cutscene.
It'll probably be twice as round. If she's even in this cutscene.
I don't know. Was it Toxai or something like that's his name?
Toxal or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Oh, it's the Emperor.
I don't remember. It is the Emperor. And he's got pet hounds.
They look like mutants. Oh my god, it's totally the Emperor.
He's talking, but he's a little quiet. I'm going to turn up the volume.
Who
Hopefully it
cares?
doesn't echo. He is straight up the Emperor.
So he's Dracula. So he drew you in here.
He's got like a pad of paper and a pencil.
He's got sharp teeth.
Yeah, this guy's clearly bad. Like, this is villain making 101.
He's like, hell no. So yeah, I think I was on like some sort of Civil War / like man finding thing.
I really didn't catch most of the story here.
Well, it's like he wants me to free him.
Yeah.
There's some sort of war going on between us and these reptile people.
Yep.
He wants us to free him, and we're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And then he's like, those lizard guys are getting close. Soon they'll reach the villages. I can stop them with my power if you free me.
Is that what happened?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that then.
And he says, damn you. Oh, the slegs.
But yeah, I feel like Mighty Max still had his moments. I do want to say that, like, I feel like the thing is that the show was actually probably pretty cool. It's the character, the Mighty Max character, that was really bad. Because he's straight up the obnoxious 90s kid who thinks he's the best at everything. But he's just mainly annoying.
Yeah.
But you don't really hate that archetype too much when you're a 90s kid.
Yeah, I guess.
And then, like, in hindsight, you're like, oh man, I would not hang out with that kid. I just straight up would not. But I really did like one of the side characters whose name was Norman. That guy was probably one of the earliest models for my life.
You sound pretty normal.
Norman?
Yeah.
Oh man, he
Normal
was like
Norman, Mighty Max.
he was like a 7-foot tall Viking guy who was totally beefy with a sword.
Oh, so like the Viking from Samurai Jack?
Yeah, sort of. Except that guy had a chain gun for a leg and stuff. And I mean, he was cool in his own way. Don't get me wrong. The Scotsman was great, but Norman was fun because his catchphrases included stuff like "I eat that for breakfast." Like no matter what they were up against, like if they were fighting giant spiders, I think he actually hated spiders. He would have liked him, but he'd say stuff like "I eat spiders for breakfast." Or if, you know, they're fighting aliens, I eat aliens for breakfast. Like, that's just what he did. That was his
I
catchphrase.
think there was, what was it? It was, it was Happy Gilmore.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you better watch your mouth, man. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Yeah.
He's like, you eat shit for breakfast? He's like, no.
Yeah. That's a good reversal of that line. But
open fire.
He was also great because I just remember like he had a whole bunch of like fun quotes and stuff where he'd like be fighting people or doing stuff. Like that was essentially his job in the show because they weren't gonna make like a little like 10-year-old kid in a baseball cap fight things.
Why not?
Because he was the hero of the story and he had to solve problems through ingenuity and clever like, you know, stuff. Like he usually solved the problems. Norman was the one who fought them until he solved them.
It's like Johnny Quest.
Probably. I didn't watch a lot of Johnny Quest either.
What about Venture Bros?
I did watch Venture Bros.
Kind of like
Yeah, Norman is Samson.
Okay.
Brock Samson. Yeah. That's straight up what he was.
They scratched my car.
Yeah. There's one episode, one line of Norman's I always remember, where they met at a football game before heading out for their adventure. And they were sitting there watching these guys, like, tackle each other and stuff. And, you know, Max is like, "So, Norman, what do you think of the game?" And he says, "I like it, but it would be better with swords." Now you can see how I model after Norman.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, he was a fun character.
I like how my bow doesn't, like, drop at all.
And I probably mentioned this before, but the main villain, I think, was voiced by Tim Curry.
I think you didn't mention that. Oh, it's the Boomafoo.
Another show I did not watch.
You watched the Krat Brothers.
Yeah, I watched the Krat Bros. I don't know what happened to them. I'm kind of curious.
They made Zaboomafoo.
Ah. Okay. I don't know. I probably just didn't like the stupid mascot then.
Yeah, but no, it was the same host. Chris Krat and...
I don't remember who the other guy was either.
I know, because I always thought it sounded like he was saying Rice Krispies. Chris Pratt... And I want to say Chris Pratt.
That would be funny. But then it would be the Chris Bros, not the Krat Bros.
No, there's Chris and... I want to say... Maybe it was Norman?
I don't know. We'd have to look it up sometime, and I don't think we care enough.
No, I think they both started with C, though.
Could be.
Or like a K.
I really don't know.
I'm looking for another switch.
It's been a
there
very long time
I saw the switch.
since I cared at all about the Krat Brothers. I remember I apparently met them once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they came to like a signing in the mall.
Our mall?
Yeah, our mall.
Our mall is lame.
Our mall is pretty lame. But I don't think the Krat Brothers were like, you know, big superstars or anything. They had like a nature channel show.
Yeah.
Which was fun for kids, but probably not like, you know, the kind of thing that...
Smashing.
Yeah. So, but I think they came there one time for like a book signing type of deal. And so I think we went there, and my mom was telling me that, because she remembers this way better than I do, she said that they were way shorter than she thought they were. And I was like, oh, okay. Nice butt shot. You're being shot at, though.
Not anymore.
These guys kind of remind me of the Argonians from Skyrim, of the other Elder Scroll games. Oh, that was another funny thing, actually, on the topic of Argonians. You know, Skyrim, right? You start it up, and they're like, "You are Dragonborn!"
Yeah.
And, you know, it's this big, exciting thing. And then you go back to Whiterun, and they're like, "What happened? Tell us what happened out there?" And you're like, "I think they say I might be Dragonborn." And I thought it was funny, because my first character was Argonian. So, you know, he looks basically like a lizard man. And the Whiterun guy, the Jarl's chief steward guy, he has a line in that dialogue where he says, "He doesn't look like a Dragonborn." I was like, dude, I'm a lizard man! If I had wings, I'd be a dragon! Like, just made me laugh that they had that line there, and I was like, I could not look more like Dragonborn.
Oh, it's a stego!
Oh. I think there's landmines.
Yeah, he swung his tail and died because he's too stupid.
It's going around picking people off. Alright, well,
So stupid. What did I say? Look like a duck.
I'm just admiring the polygons right now. Look inside his mouth. It's like straight up just... I mean, you know, it's an unimportant part of the game, so I get it. But it still makes me laugh.
Open up and say, "Aw."
Alright, so for now, why don't we come back... Oh, there's bombs, I think, maybe right next to that guy. To the left?
I know, I was just trying to
Okay.
keep my crosshairs in him.
Sure. But yeah, we're good for now. So we'll come back next time on Operation Pixel.
I got grenades.
Nice.
Oh!
And a
I
scope.
got a scope on my pistol too.
Nice. That's what you wanted. Alright, anyways, we'll come back. We'll come back. Stop playing the game, we'll come back.
Shoot the deer that's running around in circles.